Hello everyone, welcome to Money Nook. In this video, we'll talk about effective rate of interest or return. This is also known as annual rate. Before going ahead, in case you missed my video about simple and compound interest, first check out that video and then continue with this video. From this video, we'll have four takeaways. First, we will see why we should know about this effective rate or annual rate in order to manage our money better or make better money decisions. Next, we will understand what is this effective rate and how to calculate it. And lastly, if we are given multiple options for loan or investment in real life, we will see how we can use this concept of effective rate in order to choose the best among them. Now let's talk about why we should know about this effective rate. Let's say you want to take a loan and you are given three options. The first option is simple interest at 10% rate of interest for 5 years. The second option is compound interest at only 9% per year for the same 5 years, but this will be compounded on an annual basis. Now, the third option is again a compound interest at just 8.75 percentage per year, again for the same 5 years. This will be compounded on a quarterly basis. Now, which among the three will you choose? You can't answer this question straight away because these three are different types of interest with different rate of interest. Before discussing further about how to choose one among these three options, let's have a look at a different scenario. You are in a supermarket and there are three carts in front of you. In the first cart, there are apples, broccoli, eggs, and other items. Similarly, in the second cart, you have few food items and groceries. In the third cart also, you have few items. If someone comes and asks you who bought more, will you be comparing apples with broccoli or eggs? No, right? You will be comparing the total bill for each cart because here, bill, which is the amount of money paid, is a common unit and you can compare different cards using this common unit. Similarly, if you apply the same concept in the previous scenario, we have to change the different types of interest into a common unit. This common unit is nothing but effective rate or annual rate. This effective rate or annual rate can be used in real life to compare different investment options or loan options. Hence, it is important that we understand this concept. Now, let's have a look about what this effective rate is. Any type of interest, be it simple interest or compound interest, which is compounded on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, half yearly, annually, or any frequency, all of these can be converted into a single unit. The single unit is interest per 1 year, which is nothing but our annual rate or effective rate. Now let's have a look about how to convert and calculate simple and compound interest into effective rate. In the Excel on the screen, on the left side you can see Excel calculators for simple and compound interest. I have discussed these in our simple and compound interest video, so I am not going to take you through this. Moving on the right side you can see calculators to convert simple interest and compound interest into effective rate or annual rate. Let's have a look at these. In the first one, you can convert simple interest into annual rate. But 99% of the situations, you don't need to convert simple interest into annual rate. It is already given in annual rate. For example, if someone gives you a loan on simple interest, they'll tell you the rate of interest is 9 percentage per year, 10 percentage per year on a per year basis. So that directly is equal to your annual rate. Let's say it's 10 percentage per year, then it's 10 percentage 1 year. So its annual rate is also 10 percentage. Just in case if someone did not quote the interest in per year basis, then you can convert it. For example, if someone says it's 5 percentage for 6 months. Now the number of periods, here the period is 6 months. In a year is two periods, right? So the effective rate or annual rate becomes 10 percentage per year. In this manner, you can convert simple interest, which is quoted in any other period than 1 year, into annual rate. Now moving on to compound interest. In compound interest, first you have to note down the rate of interest per year. Let's say it's 10 percentage per year. Then you have to note down the time or the period of the loan or deposit. If it is, let's say, 2 years, just put down 2 years here. And the compounding frequency. Whenever you are taking a loan in compound interest, they'll tell you the compounding frequency. It can be a week, it can be a month, it can be a quarter, half yearly or annually basis. Let's say here you took the loan on quarterly basis. Here it will be 4 because there are 4 quarters for an year. This will automatically calculate the number of compounding periods and the annual rate. Here you can see that the annual rate is 10.45 percentage. In this way, you can convert any type of compound interest into annual rate. Now let's get back to the example we saw at the start of the video. By converting into effective rate, let's decide which among the three options we were given is best for us to take a loan. In the first option, it is simple interest at 10 percentage per year for 5 years. So the effective rate remains 10 percentage. In the second option, it is compound interest of 9 percentage compounded annually. So let's now convert into effective rate. 9 percentage is the rate of interest. The number of years is 5. Since it is annually compounded, the compounding frequency is 1. So you can see the effective rate is 9.3 percentage. And this is better than the earlier option of simple interest. Now moving on to the third option, you have a rate of interest of 8.75 percentage. Time is the same 5 years. Compounding frequency is quarterly. So it is 4 times in a year. The compounding periods are 20 now and the effective rate is 9.12 percentage. So among the three options, the last option is best as this has the least interest that you need to pay. In this manner, you can compare different options that you are given and choose the best among them. The key takeaway from this video is in real life, if you have two or more investment options or loan options, and if you have to choose among them, you simply have to calculate effective rate of interest or return and compare the options and decide. Thanks for watching this video. If you find the content useful, please like this video and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to Money Nook. And please check out the remaining videos in Know Your Basics playlist. Thank you and bye bye.